Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smut that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hi.
Do-do-do.
Oh my God, she's on one.
I'm all jacked up off my Uncrustable.
Yeah, you had an Uncrustable and now you're like flying high.
I had an Alani. If you could see my snack station, I have an Alani, I have an Uncrustable, I have a little baby Twix, I have half of a kettle corn and a Diet Coke. I am rocking and rolling.
She's all the food groups.
She needs a tummy ache to do the show.
I know,
she does.
It makes me on point, you know?
Every time before we're about to record, she's like, wait, let me get some candy. I need my tummy ache.
Yeah. That way it's extra when I'm like, ugh, tummy hurts.
Yeah.
I'm being
It's
real.
not from the show, it's from the snacks.
Doesn't help.
Yeah.
We have episode 69. 69.
Emily would not stop reminding me. And
69.
I'll just tell you right now, no one's 69s in this book.
That's
I'm
fine.
so sorry.
That's okay.
But if you are looking for a 69, go listen to For the Fans episode.
Yeah.
Oh, they do 69.
Yeah. Because
Wasn't
remember,
there-
they want to, if they were going to do it, we're going to do it at the same time.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't
Right.
count. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do it, I do it.
And then in the Whispers of December, not Whispers of December, Whispers of the Deep,
Yeah.
she 96s.
Yeah, she 96.
Oh, yeah. You thought it was backwards.
Cirque du Soleil.
She needs her air.
Yeah.
What you got for us, Vanessa?
So Emily was trying to figure out what book this was.
Who's surprised? No
I know.
one.
She's creeping on me all week.
I just want to know.
This was a book that I was recommending to Emily for one of her yearly episode choices.
Okay.
One of her yearly
Hey,
episode
we're
book
gonna
idea.
get to
No,
year
I
number
meant
two.
like my multiple choices.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I recommended Passenger Princess. I recommended this book and something else. I can't remember what it was. But you told me the page number for Icebreaker, and this has the exact same pages as Icebreaker. So I thought for sure that this was the book that you were
So
going to do.
that's why you were okay. Okay.
Ah.
So this is the book. Because she said her book was on my TBR.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
can like sort by pages.
And I don't remember any of the things that she listed other than saying, don't say icebreaker, don't say icebreaker, don't say icebreaker.
So it's called The Fine Print.
Ooh, is it a contract?
Okay. Lauren Asher. Yeah, I've read this, I think.
Very oh, you've read it?
It's been a long time and
Okay.
I maybe get it mixed up with another one. So who knows?
Ooh.
There are 3 books in the series, I think, and they're all brothers.
Do they, with each, like, wait.
Yeah, they're with each other.
Yeah, bio
this.
bros. Fucking.
They're going, hey, bro, what's up?
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
But is
I
it, each
read
book
it.
is about a different brother
Yeah.
a different brother going,
Yeah.
with each other?
There's 6 brothers total, and 2 of them like each other. So it's 3 books.
and the other ones have to like cope with it.
Nuh-uh, you guys are lying to me. Nuh-uh.
69.
Hey.
Okay. It's called the Dreamland Billionaires series, and this is number 1.
Ooh.
Okay. Rowan.
That's a book boyfriend name.
Yeah.
Spell it.
ROWAN.
Okay. We're in.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm in the business of creating fairy tales, theme parks, production companies, and 5-star hotels.
It's Walt Disney?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Wait, for real?
No.
I don't trust anything.
It's Rowan.
I've already got my guns up. Who's mine?
Everything could be all mine if I renovated Dreamland. My initial idea of hiring Zahra was good in theory, but then I kissed her.
And then I kissed the girl. Isn't that the name of Angelina Jolie's daughter? Zahra? One of them?
I don't see why not.
It
Yeah,
does
sure.
start with a Z, but I don't know what it is.
Zendaya.
Okay. Yes.
Zendaya, yes.
Things spiraled out of control once I texted her using an alias. And by the time I realized where I went wrong, it was too late. People like me don't get happy endings.
Okay,
Not,
richest man in the world.
Yeah.
Billionaire. Cry about it. No,
not
okay, yeah.
when we're destined to ruin them.
Wait, they're
Ruin your
ruining
happy
their
endings?
dreams?
Happy endings.
Happy endings, wink.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So it's about a different brother, and Zendaya is his girlfriend,
Zahra.
Zahara,
But he's a billionaire.
that owns theme parks.
Mhm.
Dreamland, which made Emily roll her eyes so hard they almost came out of her head.
I know.
So is it like Disney? Is it like
Yes, it's
vaguely
Disney.
Disneyland? Okay.
Yes.
Is it a production company too, where they make movies?
Yes, it's just like Disney.
It's Disney.
It's
What's
Disney.
the name of the company?
Dreamland.
Dreamland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Dis-
guess
Disneyland.
They don't mention any other company name.
Yeah. It's like
I mean, it might
DreamWorks
be like
and
the-
Disneyland mixed together.
His last name is Kane, so it might be like Kane Enterprises or something.
Does one of the other brothers own Raising Cane's?
Yep.
Yes.
The other one has a chicken empire.
It's Kane with a K, not with a C.
Yeah, but
We
because
can
of
dream.
copyright issues,
Yeah,
it's
we
yeah.
can dream.
Right.
And it's Kane.
When you started speaking it, I was like, she's going to do it. Chicken. She's going to talk about chicken. Yeah.
She's going to.
Zahra, after submitting a drunk proposal criticizing Dreamland's most expensive ride, I should have been fired.
Sorry, I was just cheering her, just
okay.
getting drunk and being like, I have thoughts. Yeah, my bad.
Instead, Rowan Kane offered me a dream job. The catch, I had to work for the most difficult boss I've ever met.
Okay.
It's him.
Rowan was rude and completely off limits, but my heart didn't care. At least not until I discovered his secret. It was time to teach the billionaire that money couldn't fix everything, especially not us.
Oh my God.
So she's his assistant.
No.
Not at first?
No, she's...
Never is.
She's what do they call him?
Imagineer?
Yeah. One of the mini engineers.
Well, she's one of many Imagineers.
She's one of many Imagineers.
It came out in 2021, Lauren Asher, 448 pages.
I love that number. Okay.
169.
142.
249.
Hachi-machi.
Damn.
But I didn't care.
She didn't even care.
Didn't care. You love it?
I loved it.
What do you love about it?
Because it's Disney.
Banter.
Banter. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I don't care that you're a billionaire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she definitely doesn't care.
I'm going to tell her how it is.
Yeah.
Is that what she's like?
Yes.
So she works at Dreamland in the Imagineering department.
No.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Do not imagine.
Do not Imagineer yet.
Okay. So he's the youngest of the three brothers.
Okay.
The other
Spoiled
ones are
baby.
Yeah.
Declan
baby
and
boy.
Cal.
Declan and Cal.
Yeah.
Declan is a rich guy name.
Yeah. So
Cal Kane. Cal Kane.
Cal Kane.
Kane.
What is the other? Declan Kane?
Declan.
Oh.
Rowan.
Did you read that book yet?
No, but I want to.
You're like, I need it.
I need it. Okay. So grandpa died.
Oh, just like the turkeys.
Yes.
So these are the turkeys.
Vanessa loves when a grandpa dies.
Just like, it's amazing.
Okay, so he died, and instead of leaving a will, he wrote them letters basically saying, you have to complete this. What are you looking at?
Just like I said to the
It's Emily. We didn't give her a whiteboard. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so grandpa left letters instead of a will. Things have to be done in order to acquire your peace. And if they fail, it goes to their dad, who they don't like.
Do not like dad.
Yeah.
Is he the dad from Succession? Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Sure.
so to receive your 18% of the company, you'll be expected to become director and spearhead a unique project for me in 6 months. I want you to identify the weaknesses of Dreamland and develop a revolutionary plan worthy of my legacy. I know you're the right man, and there's no one I would trust more to create more than you, even though you've lost touch with that side over the years. So he works at the production company for like the movies and streaming and stuff in Chicago.
Hollywood. Oh,
And-
Chicago.
I think that he used to be into art and artistry, and his dad always made him feel really bad about it.
Dad
And
sucks.
so
That
he
happens.
kind of like let that fall to the wayside and became a busy business boy.
Busy business boy.
But I think grandpa wants him to like reconnect with
his artistic side?
Yes.
Does he go to the Art Institute of Chicago?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
wearing a shirt.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Sponsored. She's bumping her mic. What did we say?
School
Wow.
at the Art Institute of Chicago. I know.
Wow.
Look at me.
Wow.
Okay. So he has to be director of Dreamland, and he's not too happy about it.
Is Dreamland located in Florida or California?
In Florida. There is no California mention in the book.
Okay.
So I think they only have
It's there. No.
Okay. They only mention the park in Florida.
That's like, well, world, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his mom died, and he really hasn't been down with Dreamland since, basically. I think it
The
brings
magic
up
left.
a lot of bad memories. Yeah.
Did she die in an accident on one of the rides?
I don't know. I think she was sick.
Oh, she
I
got
don't
sick on
really-
a ride and then
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was the log ride.
She lost her head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Rip.
She sat in
Literally.
the front and she got too wet and she died of pneumonia.
Oh, my God. No, you know, if you sit further in the back, you get. No, I made you sit in the front when we did the log ride, right?
She got real wet.
She said, sit in the front. It's your birthday.
too wet. And you listened?
Yeah, I was so
And she
stupid.
went,
To Emily?
boom. It was awesome.
I was so mad. I was soaked.
She'd like wring out her clothes.
And the sun went down right after we got off the ride, so I was
Yeah,
freezing.
you got to time it
Good
right.
thing you weren't decapitated.
Yeah, I
like
could've
his
died.
mom. That could have happened.
I could have
Yeah.
died. Okay, so
Imagine being the log behind.
Ugh.
Rowan attends a staff meeting, which is basically where they're going to announce that he's going to be the new director. Zahra walks in 20 minutes late, and the only chair that's open is next to him.
Aww.
And he's like, he thinks she's hot, but he thinks she's annoying because she's showing up late.
Yeah.
Valid.
And he doesn't really give her a lot of room to squeeze in. And so she loses her balance and like falls on his lap,
Oh no, your penis.
basically.
Oh no, you're rock hard.
He loves staff meetings.
Um,
Wait, what do they look like?
Oh.
Well, she has dark hair, brown skin, thick thighs. I think she's Armenian and maybe Mexican. Definitely
Ooh,
Armenian.
okay.
But
Okay.
she speaks Spanish, so I thought maybe like her dad be I don't really know. They don't
Okay.
really say any specifics.
Gotcha.
But the person who's like leading the meeting announces that there's going to be some changes from corporate. And she's like, oh, great. You know, like, here we go. And he's like, oh, do you have something against corporate? And she's like, yeah, they're the fucking worst. Like,
Hell yeah.
no paid vacations. We don't get good insurance. And she's like, things really gone to shit ever since Brady died, which is his grandpa. And he thinks it's kind of weird that she's like being so casual
But she's
about
obviously.
mentioning him.
And
Like,
he's like, why
were
are
they
you sitting
friends?
on my lap? What's
Oh,
the deal? This is
right.
very unprofessional.
well, she's not on his lap anymore.
She slid down.
No, she's in her seat.
For now.
Okay. He basically says like, what do you know? This has
Hey,
been
lady.
the best year ever at Dreamland, and it's doing
Corporate
even
profits
better.
are way up ever since we canceled y'all's health insurance.
Yeah.
Basically.
Great.
She pinches him because he's like, what are you
Where?
doing? Like in his arm or something. And she's like, he's like, why are you doing that? She's like, this could not be a real conversation that I'm having. And he's like,
Does she know who he is?
no.
Okay.
And she goes, what department are you from? And he was like, I didn't say, what department are you from? And she says that she works at like the Dreamland beauty shop or something, like the salon. And I thought it was a joke.
Like the bibbity boppity like princess thing where they do the kids' hair.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
really cute.
I didn't even know about it.
It's in the castle.
Right when he says, right when she pinches him, he says something like, touch me again and you'll be fired on the spot.
Ooh.
And then that's when they announce that he's going to be the new director of Dreamland.
Does she go, oh, whoa, what?
Basically. She thinks he's a prick, though, because he is responsible for a lot of the things that she was complaining
Could
about.
she tell that he was joking when he was like, pinch me again, you'll be fired on the spot? Or was she like scared?
I think she's sassy, so she's like, who the fuck are you?
I love it.
Like, I've
Shut
never
up.
seen you before. Yeah.
What does he look like?
So she thinks he's hot, beautiful in an unapproachable way, marble statues surrounded by a velvet robe, brown hair, caramel eyes, high cheekbones, soft lips.
I'm like making all these faces like
I
that.
literally kept imagining like Patrick Bateman from Psycho.
American Psycho. Like is he like that straight laced?
Yes.
Or like
Christian Bale would need to
coiffed?
loosen up.
Very business boy, but very like robotic, like in the mafia kind of way.
Maybe like how like Christian Bale, but as Batman, like where he's still got a little bit of
Where
swagger,
he's
but he's still very. But before he goes, but when he's still like, you know,
When he's like, what?
He
Love
is-
Batman.
He doesn't really smile and he doesn't really laugh.
Does he have teeth?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
He has all
good.
his teeth. Okay.
Okay.
So she really does work in they call it the magic wand salon. And I was like, oh, she's being serious.
she's bibbity boppity magic wand.
Magic
salon.
wand. Do they vibrate?
They're children in the salon.
She's one of many engineers.
He shows up while she's doing a little girl's hair at the salon, and the girl's like, do you like that guy? Because you're blushing the
nightmare
way
job.
my mom does whenever my daddy comes around.
Oh my God.
I
Yeah,
hate
it's really-
precocious children.
He's asking
hate
her
it.
boss about her, and she's kind of weirded out because her boss doesn't like her, even though she's the best at her job. Of
course.
But it turns out that her boss's daughter slept with Zahara's boyfriend.
Boss's daughter slept with
Regina is her boss. Her daughter Tammy slept with Zahara's ex-boyfriend Lance.
So I'm picturing Mean Girls. Regina George
Yes.
is the daughter, and then Amy Poehler, the mom, is the boss.
Yes.
Yes.
Who's like, oh, she sucks.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Lance and Tammy. Blech.
That's a
Shout out to anyone who listens named Lance and Tammy.
yeah.
Good luck with that.
If you guys found each other, it's. I feel like on their own it's good, but together it's
Unstoppable. A magic wand.
So he doesn't really know what kind of changes could be made to make it better because it's making lots of money and really
Because he's a spoiled billionaire who's never actually had to work a job, so he doesn't understand that like you need rent and you need to be able to pay your health insurance and
no, I think he means for getting the 18%.
Where he's like, how am I supposed to raise it? It's already making enough money.
Yes. And so really his only idea is expansion on the park.
Yeah.
Which takes time. So they do this thing where every year they open up submissions to people who work at the park who aren't necessarily Imagineers or whatever. Okay. And so it turns out that Lance is a creator, Imagineer, and he stole her idea that she was working on with Walt Disney. And
actual Walt Disney or Grandpa?
Brady. Okay. The grandpa.
Brady Bunch.
Right.
She was going to present it, but then he died. And Lance took that as his opportunity to submit the ride because he knew that the only other person that knew it was her idea was her.
Lance killed Brady and stole her idea. The perfect crime.
Basically.
So what's the ride like? Oh, you get to that later.
It's called Nebula Land. I think it's like space.
Ooh, it's like Space Mountain.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She had the idea for Star Wars.
She gets drunk and basically says that it's a big old piece of shit. And
who's she saying this to?
To the whoever she's submitting.
In her like submission.
It's a submission.
Oh, she's typing
online.
that out. I thought she was like at the bar talking. Okay.
No. She like submits it.
She's telling the little girl whose hair she's doing.
Yeah.
Like, this place sucks.
She so she submits it, basically says it's a hunk of shit. And she gets an email from Rowan asking her to be in his office at 8 a.m.
On your knees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
He basically puts a contract in front of her and offers her a job.
Oh.
And it has like $10,000 raise on it. And she's like, is this a typo? And he was like, do I look like someone who makes typos?
That's very serious.
It's funny.
Emily's thinking.
He is
very serious. In an educational way. Sorry.
Of course.
He is super intimidating. And she kind of wonders like what would make him smile. And she's like probably blood sacrifice, stealing candy from baby, watching live families get in foreclosures or something.
Hell yeah. The perfect man.
Yeah.
She definitely like doubts herself and denies the offer. And he's like, this isn't really a yes or no question. He was like, I just want you to look over the contract, but you're not leaving here without signing it.
Ooh, okay.
In real life, but in this book,
yes,
it's very educational. Let's say,
yes.
She definitely finds him like infuriating, but she kind of thinks it's funny and hot.
Yeah,
and she's definitely got a Pride and Prejudice thing going on.
I love it.
She's like, blame it on Pride and Prejudice because I can't stop cheesing.
Kicking her little feet on the way out.
He finds her extremely annoying, but also disarming. He's like so annoyed with the outfit choice. She's wearing like this cute little dress with strawberries on it, and
it works at the Bibbidi Bop Salon.
It's Dreamland. It's magic wand time.
Yeah.
He's also like her feet don't touch the floor.
What?
She isn't like she's just so small. Like her feet aren't touching the floor.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
So we like looking at little feet.
He's also like annoyed because she isn't offended by anything that he says.
He has no control over her.
Yeah, and he's like, why can't she just fall in line like everybody else?
Yeah, that would be boring. You probably wouldn't have sex with her.
She's not like the other girls.
So on Monday, he takes her down to the creator's offices, and she thinks it's a little weird that he's the one who's like showing her around.
I'm picturing him like holding her hand, like, come on.
Yeah, she did say it kind of felt like a little kid where he like drops her off and like introduces her to like the teacher, and then they like take over and like show him around the office.
I love that.
It's kind of sweet. He literally like walks her all the way there because it's one of those, I feel like at Disneyland, like they live there, they have like residents and stuff. Literally everybody lives at the park.
Interesting.
And it's also like family, like generational, like her family works at the park, so they also live there.
Her family?
Uh-huh.
Weird. His family keeps dying. So.
Yeah, what's her dad do? Is he like Geppetto?
I don't know. They don't say. I think he might be like a fixer.
Oh, like a tinkerer.
Like a mafia enforcer.
Like he fixes stuff. Yeah.
He's the fixer.
Kills people.
And what does mom do?
I don't know.
Hide
They
your
don't
body.
really get into it.
She,
Her sister works at the candy shop.
ooh, yum.
I just now I'm that 50 Cent song. Candy
Yeah, I
Shop.
knew you were going to sing it, Emily.
Yeah.
Okay. So when she goes around and like meets everybody or whatever, and then she gets back to her cubicle and he's there waiting for her.
Oh my God. Spinning
And-
around in her chair.
I thought you said
What's up?
spitting in her, and I'm like, what?
No, that's later when he'll
That's
spit in her
later.
He does
educationally.
Later.
He does try to help her turn her computer on, and it's not turning on, and it's because it's not plugged in. So he gets down on his knees and plugs it in.
Crawls around, and she's like,
Is he in like dress slacks?
He's in a full suit.
of course.
Why
Business,
is he-
professional,
why is
busy
he
business
s-
boy.
I feel like then she'd be like looking at his butt.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I think
Guys,
she also just likes the sight of him on his knees while in
Crawl
between
around.
her legs.
Yeah, finally she doesn't have to look
oh,
up so much.
I didn't know it was that. I thought that she was like standing outside her cubicle and he's like on all fours, like
No,
digging around. And I was like,
no.
oh.
Spread 'em.
Yeah.
No, she's like sitting at her chair trying to turn her computer on and it won't turn on. So he tries
Does he
to
do
help.
that again later?
She's like,
Yes.
oh, it's not working again.
Yeah.
She just keeps unplugging it.
Okay. So they have like their weekly meeting where they like pitch their ideas, and Rowan shows up right when she goes up to the podium. And she goes through like her little presentation. She's not a very good drawer.
Sure.
And she includes a sketch, but she kind of like zooms past it because it's so bad.
It's like on a napkin.
Yeah.
But she ends up nailing the presentation and everybody like claps and she feels really good.
Aw.
Rowan tells everybody to come up with better ideas and to get on the level of Zahra and excuses everybody but her. She
Teacher's
back
pet.
talks him in some way in the meeting in front of everybody, but I can't remember exactly what she says.
She's like, get on your knees.
Yeah.
And he scolds her for how she was talking to him in front of everybody. And she was like, let me guess, you're going to fire me. And he was like, there are worse things that I'm capable of. And she's like, you better have a massive dick to back up this attitude or someone else might be disappointed.
She's like, whip it out.
Oh,
And
whip
he-
it out.
He goes, care to bring a ruler out to test your theory?
Okay, so 12 inches or less.
oh my God.
She goes, I left my magnifying glass at home, maybe tomorrow.
They are horned
Like
up for each
12
other.
inches or less. So at least 12 inches.
So we know that.
His eyes darken as he assesses her. He's not sure if he wants to fire her, fuck her.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Only one way to find out.
He's like, are you always this impossible? And she's like, are you always this much of an asshole? And then he kisses her.
That's very inappropriate.
Yes.
What page is the kiss on? Like how far in?
69.
It's pretty
69.
69.
Hell yeah. I knew it.
Do they make out or is it just like
no,
a
they're
kiss to
making
shut
out.
up? Oh,
He comes at her tongue
So
first.
much passion. So much passion. It seems like he might die if he stops.
This is his POV?
Yeah, he says that.
And he's like,
Yeah.
if I don't continue, I will die.
She's like, he's big, no tool required to measure.
She can feel it.
He has a ruler.
Yeah. They're on the podium, which has wheels, and they're making out so hard that they lean on it and it rolls away.
Hell yeah.
And that kills the moment. She freaks out, grabs her stuff, and runs out. He goes to
He's gonna
Chicago. I know. He goes to Chicago for a week to get away from her. But as soon as he gets back into town, he's at her desk.
Texting, following on Instagram, anything?
No, not yet.
Sending her
Professional.
letters, handwritten letters.
Oh.
He's looking over her shoulder while she's working and she's doing a terrible drawing again. He takes it and says that he knows someone that could help her with the art.
Oh, I wonder who it is.
I wonder who it
I
is.
wonder-
I think it's him. I think he's an artist.
She loves this book.
So
Just kicking
cute.
your little feet.
It's him! He did it!
He's gonna draw her.
She's like levitating.
He's getting his passion back.
He has a pencil. She just knocked her phone over.
Okay. It's him.
But okay, so she is a little worried about passing off her ideas though, because obviously her
Lance.
ex stole her ideas and he's like, don't worry, he's totally trustworthy.
She's like, is his name Lance?
He tries to convince himself that he's just doing this because he thinks it'll help him get this Dreamland thing over with so he
Sure.
can get out of here.
Right.
But he definitely saw how insecure she was with her drawings at her presentation. And so he definitely wants to help her because he cares.
He wants to
loves
take care of her.
Okay. Yeah, so this is where I wrote his dad teased him about drawing. Real men don't draw. It's
Ugh.
useless. Yeah.
Oh, how did you feel about that Did you tell your husband that? Who's a
No, I
professional
didn't tell
drawer?
Drawer. He's a drawist.
At that dog everywhere on the internet. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
so yeah, I was like, it is a real job. It's
It is
hard.
a real job.
Yeah.
First of all,
He takes the drawing to her, and of course she wants to know who did it. She wants to give them credit. And she's like, at least give them my phone number so I can repay them.
is this where he starts
Alias.
texting
Yes.
in the?
He wants to text her. He makes a Google number, and
69, 69.
420, 69, 69. Hell yeah.
12 inches.
What is it? 8008.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Poop.
He's telling himself that he wants to gain intel on her because I think he's also worried about her going to HR trying to extort him for money.
True.
Because obviously this is one of the main reasons why he doesn't really have relationships is because people are always trying to take advantage of him. So he thinks for sure she's probably going to do something. So he says that this is why he's doing it.
Sure.
She says thank you. Of course, she wants to repay him dinner, money, whatever.
Blowjobs.
He says no and that he's not interested in meeting up, but he says his name is Scott. Ugh.
Ugh, Scott Peterson.
Yeah.
Why? Oh God.
That guy.
Did you see? I think I said it too as a TikTok where it's like, some girl was like, let me know that you made it home okay or something, or leave me a voicemail so in case something happens to you, I'll have one last message from you. And he leaves the exact message that Scott Peterson left on Lacey's. She was like, fucking jerk.
That would
Anyways.
work on me.
Like, oh my
What a
God.
freak.
Okay. So she's constantly texting him, trying to repay the favor, asking to collaborate because obviously she's not a good drawer. They flirt. He likes it. Yeah.
She wants to collaborate.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rowan's like, "Is your computer off again? Do you need me to check anything?"
Did you stay after class?
They haven't seen each other because they're just texting. But she does text Scott saying that she has an idea. And she sends like her picture. Of course, it's hideous. And
Oh, her drawing, not a picture of her.
No. The picture
Love
of her
me at my
drawing.
worst. Or
Yeah. Hey, Scott.
It's funny because she's like, I'll give you the passwords to my streaming account so you can watch for free on my account. Like that's her way of repaying him, which is funny because he literally owns the company.
Yeah.
Right.
She spills her idea. Of course, he can't resist. He likes
She's
the way
irresistible.
her mind works.
He's so horned up for her mind.
He is. She's not like the other girls.
He hand delivers the next drawing and he wants to kiss her, but she immediately takes the drawing and goes to her phone to text Scott. And
He's getting in his own way.
he's totally annoyed.
Sir.
Yeah. As soon as she gets the drawing out, she texts Scott and she sends him her passwords and she says, please don't judge my watch list. And he's like, why did you watch 17 versions of Pride and Prejudice?
Because there are only 17 versions.
That's exactly what she said.
No, I
She
mean, I
was
have
like-
read it, but I don't remember.
She was like, only because there's not 18.
Oh my
God.
That's good banter.
And then he's like, is Seduced by the Duke any good? He also executive produced that show.
Oh.
He's at the next meeting where she presents her ideas and he says that it could be better. And she's like how? And she's kind of mad that he's basically like rewriting her idea, but she's like, it is pretty good. And he sounds passionate. Yeah. He ends up buying a tablet for drawing. It's called a Wacom pad. I think he's trying to distance himself by sending her like a digital copy instead of like having to see her in person. But I thought it was so sweet because he spent hours on YouTube trying to figure out how to work it.
He's not great with technology.
No.
She puts this sign up outside of her cubicle, basically trying to start like a pilot program for mentors, a part of the creators to mentor people who want to be creators. And he notices that one of the little number tabs is missing and he's upset. He doesn't want anybody else texting her and he takes all of the rest of the numbers.
This idiot. Oh.
He ends up showing up to the meeting because he wants to see who is this one person that took the number. And it turns out that it is her sister and her boyfriend who end up showing, and they have Down syndrome and they work at the park. And so it's specifically to help people with disabilities join into the program to try to be creators. Of course, like he she's being mean to him because she's like,
Good.
why are you here? You know? And Annie is her sister's name. She's like, be nice. He's cute. And of course he's
Annie.
like, I like her.
She's like, fuck.
Yeah. So she pairs them together. Obviously, this is where we find out it's her sister. She knows all about him from her sister and thinks, and he's like, well, she must be a bad sister if she put you with me. And she's like, well, not many guys would come to this. And she basically like tells him about how Lance was kind of mean to her and how she had overheard him like say some bad things about Zahra. And she like starts crying. And of course,
Annie's crying?
Yes.
Oh, get out of here. So
And
does Lance die?
Rowan is fucking pissed.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe he also is like, maybe I should stop being mean to her because that's not.
Well,
you know.
I think he's starting to realize that she's not bad, not extorting him for money.
Yeah.
He's liked her since the day he met her. Yeah.
He felt like he would die if he stopped.
Yeah, he needs it. He'll die.
Yeah. She says that his secret is safe with her. And he's like, what secret? And she was
No.
like, you came tonight because you wanted to see my sister, you idiot.
Duh.
Annie, speaking the truth.
They do meet up again and they go bowling. And she feels guilty because she's starting to like Rowan, but she also has
in
been
love
flirting
with Scott.
Yeah. So
Does Zahra think, because I mean, like, they have his POV where he's like, I would die if I stopped making out with him. Is she like, that was so hot, I'm going to die if I don't do that again?
yeah, but she's like, he's a billionaire. We have nothing in common.
He draws.
She doesn't know that yet.
But was she
thinks
like
he's
so
in-
horned up where she's like, I gotta fuck him, but like, no, I
Yes,
can't.
but she thinks he's super like inhuman,
Yeah.
Oh.
you know? Like unreachable.
She needs him to like be a person.
Yes. And I think him meeting up with them and hanging out with her sister is making her feel that he is
There's more to him.
more. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then of course, like now that she's around, he like smiles a little bit. He laughed
He has
one
teeth.
time.
He has
Yeah. And
He
she was
laughed
like,
once.
oh my
Wow.
God. And it's funny how she gets when he like laughs and he's like, what? And she's like, nothing.
Does he have a weird laugh?
No.
I know.
But it
She
probably
gets
sounds
all
weird because he's
squirmy
never
when-
done it before.
He's like, ha ha ha. She's like,
I've never done this before. She doesn't know how to bowl. He helps her.
And then she hustles them all and wins the game.
hell yeah.
Yeah. She's talking to Scott and she says that she's still at work. It's like 10 o'clock at night and she hasn't eaten. So Rowan shows up. It's
Oh.
one of those things where
Was this kind of like, what book was it? Like The Wrong Fucking Guy or something?
the wrong number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where like every time something would happen, Rowan
He
would
happens
show
to be
up.
there.
This is very much like Batman because suddenly you got like, oh my
Suddenly.
God, Bruce, how'd you know?
Yeah. And Scott just happens to be there. Yeah.
So Rowan shows up and he's pretending like he's there looking for a creator to talk to. And he's like, I was thinking about closing this ride, which is like everybody's favorite ride. And he knew that this would have her talking like all night. And he's like, I'm going to order us some food while we talk. And he orders every single thing off the menu from a Chinese restaurant.
Hell yeah. That is my
Okay.
love language right there.
So in. Oh my God.
Hell yes.
I am also hungry. Okay.
Yes. I'm like, yeah,
Yum.
yeah. Don't close it down. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Do what you want. I don't even care. These dumplings are so good.
So they more hangouts with her and her sister. They do have this conversation about like, why do some of the people who work at Dreamland have 2 jobs? And she's like, because we don't make enough working here, but some of us don't want to leave because we love it so much. And this is where he finds out like his secretary is working 2 jobs because she has to pay for high insurance deductibles for her husband who has cancer.
Rowan, pay attention.
He feels bad. He writes her a huge check, and obviously,
Is Rowan Luigi?
yes.
Oh my God,
Luigi Mangione. He ends up going to look for her, and she's at the park, like as a guest, and she's going around like sitting in the lines and like asking people like questions about the park, trying to figure some stuff out. He goes looking for her, and they basically spend the day in the park together.
When was the last time he didn't see it as a business venture and actually just something to enjoy?
It's like what he used to do with his
Basically.
mom.
Oh. And this is where she lost her head.
They kiss in like at
the park?
at the fireworks.
Oh, it's romantic. Does he hold her face?
Yes. He asked her on a date and she turns him down. He says something mean and she runs off. I can't remember what he said.
But you wouldn't say no to Scott.
He asked her to meet him that night and he ends up confessing that he's Scott.
And she says
she's furious. She doesn't want to hear anything. They say she says some mean things to him.
You're not 12 inches.
Well, just say you're like a big liar.
You're a big liar and a
liar.
Yeah. He ends up going to Annie to ask her what she thinks.
Everybody comes back to Annie.
Really.
She's the fucking smartest person in the whole
only
book.
one who understands what's going on
Annie's
here.
like, look, I got no filter. I'm going to tell you what the fuck is up.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
He asked her for one more opportunity to convince her she can leave the company if she's not satisfied. And so he comes over. She comes over to his house and he's just wearing gray sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Okay, but he just got done working out or something. Or is he just like lounging?
I'm sure it was a
Just
tactic.
chubbing.
Oh my God.
You know he is. Just slanging around.
I showed Emily some thirst traps before we started recording.
You perverts.
She
squeezed her thighs.
How do you know that?
We were together.
Because I went, oh my God.
Anyways.
Thank you for not including me.
I'll show you later.
She'll send him to you. You're going to get him.
Yeah, I know.
So.
You're not on Instagram.
Oh.
And you deleted TikTok.
I know. I deleted it off my phone. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
iPad.
Thank God for iPads.
This is where he basically tells her about his dad.
She sucks. Got it.
Yeah. Basically, his dad like burned all the drawings that he did for his mom while she was in the hospital.
Bro.
Yeah. He started drawing because of her to help her. He pretended to be Scott because people are always trying to use him. The first time he lost his virginity, some girl recorded it and then threatened to blackmail him and to send it into the tabloids.
I would send it myself. Here you go.
12 inches.
This
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, I'm not
Women
embarrassed.
poke holes in condoms, try to drug him, try to rape him.
Oh my God.
Trying to get pregnant by him. And he just didn't trust her. And originally texting her as Scott was to prove that she wasn't as nice as she seems. But obviously she was, and he can't stay away from her.
She wore a strawberry dress.
He needs it.
She's like, oh, so you like me? And he's like, no, I tolerate you more than most people. And that's why I want to date you.
I hate you. Let's get married.
I'm in love. Walking on
More
air.
Chinese food. Let's do it.
And
It's Pride and Prejudice, though. Literally, because he's a billionaire.
This is what we're reading.
Oh, where are they exactly?
At his house.
At his, oh yeah, great.
Which was the house from Pride and Prejudice.
On Dreamland property.
It's the magic castle.
He's in Cinderella's castle. What was I thinking?
Something perverted.
He goes down on her,
Okay.
and then
Are they
Close to
eating
a
any
69.
food? Is there Chinese food there
No,
again?
that
food.
was earlier.
Charcuterie probably.
Okay, yeah.
nothing.
Nothing.
But
Nothing.
well, I'll tell you what they ate.
Oh my God, each other.
Pineapple.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
So they make out. She's like, so you like me?
Yeah, they make
Cha-cha-cha.
out. He's like, if you don't want to do this, you can leave now. Let's stop this.
Are they in the living room?
Yeah, she kisses him. She's straddling him. She's like, let's do this. He carries her upstairs. He goes down on her.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where we're reading.
She pulls his hair. Okay, yeah.
In an educational
there's lots
way.
of, yeah.
Right. This is for educational purposes.
And we don't like it.
We are not interested.
Don't like it.
We are not moved in any manner, and this is also comedic.
Comedic and educational.
We're learning and
Rowan's
laughing.
not hot.
Live, laugh, learn? No, just laugh, learn.
No love.
Okay. Her fingers reach out and trace the outline of my cock, 12 inches.
12 inches.
I grab onto both her wrists and lock them in place by her head. This isn't about me tonight. I mean it. I didn't invite her over for sex, but her in my bed happens to be a bonus.
Oh.
She pouts. You don't want me to help you with that problem?
No, not like that. That's
Take
educational. Don't do
That's
that.
educational. She's pouting, upset. Take a man out to dinner first. Does my kitty cat count?
Does my
Vagina? My educational cat?
pee
Count? Fuck. Damn it, you got me. Stop being noble. It doesn't suit you. Her palm traces the band of my sweatpants. This is the first time, like, comfy pants on a guy? What's up? Comfy pants on a girl?
No.
Realistic.
Him in leggings.
She drags them down along with my boxer briefs. My shirt
Whip
finds
it out.
My shirt finds a similar new home on the floor.
Huh.
That sentence. Zahara's hands drag across my chest, tracing the ridges of muscle. This is unfair. You won't be complaining in a couple of minutes. I reach over to my nightstand and grab a condom from an emergency pack I have snagged. It's an emergency pack I snagged from the family's private jet. Those boys, those brothers, they have them on their jet.
That's how Brady died.
I think it was a skiing accident.
Right.
Yeah,
He was
how did he
skiing
get
in
there? He fucked on the plane and then it like messed up with this thing and he's old and
Hey, girl, do you like skiing?
I snagged from the family private jet. She plucks the golden foil packet from my hands. Magnum.
Jink.
Jink. Jinx. Before tracing the vein on the underside of my chicken with her index finger.
On his racing cane.
On his raisin cane. On her index finger. My nails dig into my palms. She teases me some more before rolling the condom down my shaft, educationally. Somehow, everything she does is sensual, and I'm desperate to experience more. I trace her kitty cat with the pad of my thumb. I sink 2 fingers inside of her and withdraw them to find her still soaked. Her eyes lock on my glistening fingers as I bring them up to my mouth and lick the shine right off of them.
Wow, I'm learning a
No more
lot.
shine.
This is very educational.
So I'm learning. Yeah.
My brain is so big.
Overloaded.
Pouring out.
My brain is 12 inches.
Zahara's eyes remain enraptured as I line up my cock and slowly push inside her. Her legs wrap around my hips, keeping me locked in place, as if I would ever leave paradise now that I've found it.
Dreamland, baby.
Dreamland, baby. This is Florida paradise.
Oh my God.
She shudders as I slowly withdraw to press into her a bit more. Her back arches as I repeat the move, only this time gaining another inch. It's like Pinocchio.
I'm a real boy.
Her K-cat clutches into my chicken. Each thrust gets educationally. Each thrust, only because we're enjoying this.
She's really covering us.
We're
YouTube,
like-
we're really going the extra mile for
It's
you.
comedy. Each thrust gets me 1 inch closer to being seated inside of her.
That could mean anything.
That's true. The heels of her feet press into my ass cheeks, pulling me flushed against her. Fuck me like you mean it already, she rasps. I thrust forward one last time to the hilt. Her back arches.
YouTube doesn't like that.
To the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
Does
that?
it?
That was one of the ones
They
that
didn't like us saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know
A
what.
hilt. We're talking about the sword.
sword.
You pull it out, and then you're the king or whatever.
Right,
to the hilt.
like Sword in the Stone at Disneyland.
There you go. Archimedes. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I thrust forward one more time. I bend over and swipe. Okay, her back arches, revealing her full breast to me. Dump them out.
Dump them out.
I bend over and swipe my tongue over her nipple. I smile against her skin. We're going to get in so much trouble. I smile against her skin.
We're age restricted. It's fine.
I have one last question. Do you still want that measuring tape? I can go find one now and settle this debate. All good. I'm pretty sure I can feel you in my throat. all 12 inches. Hiya. Fire spreads across my skin as I pick up my pace. Sweat clings to our bodies as we find a steady rhythm. We're two people lost in the harmony of our deep breaths, slave to each other's erotic touches, surfing the cosmos.
They're dancing is what's happening.
Yeah, we're changing our DNA.
Fantasia. I ram into her over and over again. She shakes with every thrust, and I take pleasure in watching her breasts bounce at every damn time. I've never seen anything as beautiful as her in the throes of passion. I push in and out of her like I've lost my goddamn mind, educationally, which isn't far from the truth. If this is what it feels like to be around someone who's pure sunshine, I'll willingly accept the burn. That's kind of cheesy.
She's not feeling the cheese.
Every damn time.
Every damn time.
Her second orgasm shoves me over the edge. The next thing I know, I'm free falling along with her straight into darkness. Dun, dun, dun. They even have a Disney like castle.
Look at that. It's
What's the
authentic.
cover look like?
It's like a blueprint of, if you hit the lines on the side, it might be able to show you.
She's
Technology.
It's just like a blueprint of the castle.
I'm literally just going to scroll to the very top. Oh, yeah, it is. It's like the blueprints of the castle.
Yeah.
That's the way I can look for it when I'm putting my cards in.
There you go.
Do you think there's hard copies of this?
Yeah, I've seen it
Nice.
at the store.
There you go.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
69.
So of course he's like, this is casual. I'm not looking for something serious.
He wants
He's
to
in
melt into the sun or whatever the
Yeah.
He
hell.
wants to get burned by her pure sunshine.
She's kind of feeling like maybe I should be casual too. Every time I've been about labels, things really haven't worked out for me.
If I were Emily, I would sing Casual by Chappell Roan. But I won't.
Yeah, like going down on her and being
Yeah.
like, it's
The
casual.
passenger seat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it going down on me in my office cubicle. I guess we're
Falling into the
casual now.
podium.
Yeah.
They go on some dates. He takes her to dinner and they end up running into Lance.
Running over
And-
Lance?
Ooh.
Well, they see him at
is he
dinner.
waiting tables?
No, he's there celebrating his anniversary with Tammy.
Gross.
Tammy.
And Zahara goes, "Oh, that's funny. You celebrate the anniversary of when you guys were cheating."
Nice.
Cool.
I'm sure that won't bite you in the ass karmically.
Rowan sends him a bottle of champagne and he's like, "Oh, for what?" And he's like, "To celebrate your new promotion." He was like, "You're being transferred to Dreamland Shanghai."
Nice.
So basically either move to China or resign, basically.
Hell yeah.
Good out.
Yeah.
Send some champagne. Thanks for fucking this up because this is a good time for me.
If he
They
wanted
fuck
to, he
in the
would.
limo on the way home.
Oh, the limo.
He ends up taking her to New York.
Uh-huh.
And
Hey.
Annie helps and she packs a bag for her.
Annie, come
And they
with
go on the
us.
private jet and
Condoms.
he
Everywhere.
Lots of condoms everywhere.
Used, unused.
he ends up reaching out to the woman who wrote the book Seduced by the Duke. I guess it was a series of books that they turned into a TV show.
Got you.
And he asked the author to host a book signing in New York. That he basically made her do this so that he could take Zahara
Like
to
have
go
a
meet
reason
her.
to take her?
Yeah. Not like a reason, but she finds out later. She's like, "Oh, is this your girlfriend?" And he's like, "No, we're not together." And he was like, "Oh, so you just made me come over here from Hawaii to do this book signing for a girl that you're not interested in? Cool. Let me know when you guys stop lying to each other."
You idiot. Yeah.
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 Annie and whoever that woman is, stars of the show.
She
Annie
ends
the
up
author.
getting sick.
Diarrhea?
It's snowing while they're in New York and she wants to build a snowman in Central Park. And she ends up getting pneumonia when they get back. She ends up in the hospital.
Is this where he
and-
takes care of her a lot?
Yes, he does, but he's so scared of the way that he feels.
Because he's like, she might die.
Yes.
So he runs away.
He runs away. He's like, this isn't working out. This was just to pass the time while I was here. I'm
Your
going back
cough
to
sounds
Chicago.
So gross.
It's
It's
so
just really
gross.
hacking.
Yeah.
Did he make sure that she got the best doctor before he
Yes,
left?
he paid all of her bills.
You can run.
Well, he
It's
knows
fine.
his insurance sucks.
Just get sick
Yeah.
again and be like, I need your wallet. Come back to town.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that sucks. She's in the hospital and he's
yeah.
not there.
And that's the end.
No, it's not the end. They end up together, obviously.
fine.
Yeah.
Aww.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Are you saying
It's like, how do they get back? Are you not giving it all away?
Magic
Maybe
wand.
not giving it all away, but they get back together.
Of course.
Okay. She puts in her 2 weeks notice. At the final presentation, she basically says that she wants to make the park more inclusive, like a sensory night for people who have sensory issues, making more inclusive like costumes for like wheelchairs or kids with crutches and stuff like that. And the boss is like, whoever her like team boss is or whatever, she's like, too bad you won't be here to see these things carried out because this is a really great idea. And then he's like, this is when he finds out that he like throws this huge fit at the meeting in front of everybody.
Tantrum.
She ends up getting a letter from Walt Disney, Brady. And basically
From Beyond the Grave,
he had one for her.
It was
he was
from
frozen,
Beyond
and
the
now
Grave.
he's been warmed up, and now he's back to life.
Oh,
Well,
right.
this is a part of the letters that he sent out for his will. And it turns out that the board won't be deciding if he has passed the test to get his 18% of the company.
She will.
She will decide, as well as the secretary, Martha, who is also the grandpa's secretary.
Okay.
And then his dad is there. He's one of the people that make the decision, and some other people. So then she thinks that he was only fucking her
To get the ideas
Yes.
for the 18%.
Oh.
But Martha tells her at the meeting that he didn't know.
Martha, Annie, and the author. Thank God.
I know.
love it.
Holding it together.
Speaking the truth.
When he does his presentation, he mostly talks about how he wants to make the park more inclusive, which are all her ideas that she talked about. He also mentions that he wants to do the expansion and make the new area the Nebula Land or whatever. But he's really just more focusing on improving the life of the guests that come, but also the people who work there. Because he's like, everybody who we ever survey always says that the cast members are the people who really make the park worth coming to
They're the
above
magic.
all of others. Yeah. So he's like, I just want to make sure that they get more money, they have better insurance, better living
Good.
situations. Yeah.
I
So of
love
course
it.
she gets back together with him after that.
Yeah. He'll
He,
die.
he ends up turning down the CFO position because his brother's going to be CEO. He doesn't want to go back to Chicago. He wants to stay in Florida as the director.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love it. What do you rate this out of 5?
4.
4 out of 5.
4
You
stars.
love this
I
one.
really like this book.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not even like super like risque, smutty. It's just like you just really felt it. Like,
Well,
that's so
because I mean,
nice.
it was the whole time. It was like, are they gonna kiss now? And then I think like it was so funny because I wrote this on. You said something about how like if they're not fucking for 200 something pages,
Yeah.
it's okay if there's banter and kissing and romance.
There needs to be
Yes.
tension. There needs to be
Yes.
angst. We need to be building. You can't just be like flat the whole time. because
Yeah.
that's- yeah.
And I think the banter really helped. Annie really helped. I mean,
Star of the show.
literally, that was when I was tee-hee-heeing the most because she was always just like calling him on his bullshit, and he was always. They would end up like hanging out outside of the mentor nights, and they would always like have snacks on this little bench in the park, and it was just really cute. But yeah,
That's so wholesome.
Yay.
Yay. 69.
a lot of people read this book.
Of our friends?
57 of our friends either read it, want to read it. I think 15 people have it on their want to read. It has 500,000 reviews.
There it is.
Jesus.
3.83 on Goodreads.
Nice.
Gabby, friend of the pod. I'm a sucker for anything Disneyland like, so loved it. Also, the banter between these two is pretty great. Really enjoyed it, and the audiobook was a good time.
Oh, I'll have to look for some audiobook clips
Yeah.
so I can get my Barbies.
Get your Barbie on.
Ooh, I'll take them to Disneyland when we go and do them. I have to put my Barbies in your backpack.
Oh my God. Okay, Alexandria, 5 stars. He throws his head back and laughs. It's the best kind of laugh, rough with a hint of a wheeze, as if he can take in enough oxygen to support the rare event. I let the sound wash over me, and all I can think about is how can I get him to do that again? It's a quote from the book. It's like the first time he laughs. And Alexandria says, Lauren Asher makes me want to fall in love with an imaginary man all because of his laugh. It was really cute.
That's cute.
Danielle, 3 stars, not my kind of thing. If you're really into Grumpy Sunshine, this might be a good fit for you. I just found the main character too incredibly rude and mean.
No.
Yeah.
That was Scott.
Yeah.
That was Scott. That was Scott.
No big deal.
So this is the 1 stars. I only did 2. Michaela, if you want to fuck Walt Disney, please keep it to yourself.
Wow.
Wow.
Lay, 30-year-old man magically learns to be human. Wait. 30-year-old man magically learns human decency after meeting a pretty girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it.
That's usually how it goes. Yeah.
Have you not seen the 17 versions of Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah.
Yay! The fine print.
Yeah, I definitely the other one is like one of them has to get married, and you can tell that he is definitely in love with his like secretary.
Is it Cal or Declan?
I think it's Declan.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Cal sounds like a bad boy.
Ooh, motorcycle.
Cal, it can't be tamed. He doesn't want anything to do with it.
Cal
Yeah,
can't
he's like-
speak.
Can't? Oh, yeah, 'cause he's too busy making chicken.
He's like super intelligent, but like doesn't want anything to do with anything. I think he's had like some drug problems, maybe.
Hell yeah.
I can change.
Hell
him.
yeah.
Oh, we can fix
I
him.
can fix him.
Yay, that was so good. Yay.
That was fun.
Well, if you'd like to read the fine print, you can let us know. You can subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/CrushMyPearlsPod. You get the episode a day early. We have merch in our store. You can see that in our link in bio. You can like, subscribe, follow at Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. And tell everybody, go to Disneyland and tell everybody at Disneyland.
No children.
Do not tell children.
Age restrictive.
This is educational and comedic
And
for
that's it.
adults only.
And nothing else.
Age restricted.
Yes.
Okay. But on our Patreon, on our bonus episode each month, we're not age restricted. Well, we are age restricted, but we're behind. We don't have to censor ourselves as much.
Who knows what we're doing over there?
Who knows? It's a clubhouse. I don't know.
Does this come out before or after? After.
After the one that we just did this year. Yeah.
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 The Kraken was released.
It was cracking.
Okay. At Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. For everyone on Patreon, we'll see you Monday. For everybody else, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.